help us and the listeners understand, where do we start? How do we start connecting with our nervous system and recognizing these patterns or these states that we're in? And how do we maybe start to change that so that we don't have to worry about changing the behavior so much, but we just change the nervous system side of things?
That's a great question, because I think a lot of this information can be real heavy, especially when we talk about ACE scores and understanding our own maladaptive behavior as a link to our nervous system. And it really helps to know that there are practical, actionable ways that you can work with the nervous system to create change. One of the most important things to remember is that we are neuroplastic beings. Our brain and our nervous system are always responding to the stimulus that's coming in and always adapting. And so neuroplasticity, we say on the site a lot, is the science of hope, because it tells us that we're never done changing. When we understand how the system works, then we have some agency over the stimulus that's coming in, so that we can start to drive that change in a positive direction to create the outputs that we want to experience. We can move on that spectrum from protective to performance, to being able to be embodied, to being able to be present with other people, to not having to clean our house if we're really super stressed out, which is okay. But not if it means that we're adding to a stress load that's never getting resolved in our body. And that perfectionism, yeah, absolutely can be a trauma response. So a lot of what we do on the brain-based site is teach people practical neural exercises that you use to begin to rehabilitate these different input systems. Stuff for your eyes, stuff for the balance system in your inner ear, body mapping. And you just make it a daily practice of working with your nervous system to provide it some positive stimulus and help it create that change in the direction that it wants. And it doesn't need to be a lot. It can be as little as like 3 to 5 minutes a day, just like you would brush your teeth every day, or you would want to get some movement every day. It's just a nervous system hygiene practice. And as we start to incorporate that in, we get capacity. We get capacity in our nervous system to start to handle the stress of the world without moving into the same responses over and over again.
That's beautiful. Do you mind sharing like one simple thing that
Yeah.
somebody could try?
Yeah, so I'll do a very simple tool, and know that there's lots and lots of tools, and everybody has to assess and reassess what works for their own unique nervous system. But one really simple tool that works for a lot of people on the site is actually tongue movement. So our vagus nerve innervates our tongue. And when we get tongue movement, we're stimulating the vagus nerve, and that often helps people to calm down. So you would want to do an assessment first, like just test a range of motion, or you could test your vocal tone so that we know that this is stimulus that's moving your nervous system in a positive direction, because everybody's nervous system is different and unique. That's always really important to remember. So you might just speak a little bit, test that, or maybe turn your head side to side and see how much range of motion you have in your neck. Do you have tension in your body anywhere? Rate that on a scale of 1 to 10. And then we're just going to take our tongue over our teeth but under our lips and make some big, slow circles. So you want to keep your mouth closed, circle your tongue over your teeth, and try to reach a further back molar each time. And I would do like 5 circles in each direction. See if you can really feel the sensation of that too. Feel your tongue on your teeth, and just circle it as big as you can 5 times. Go the other direction 5 times, and then stop. Take a breath in, take a nice long slow exhale, give your system a beat to adapt to that. And then you would just reassess, turning your head side to side. Notice if you have more range of motion. Retest your vocal tone. If I had actually done that exercise with you guys, you would probably hear my vocal tone drop, because my vocals are getting more relaxed. And you can take a fuller, deeper breath, and your tension and pain might reduce a little. And so it's just, if that was positive for you, tuck that in your back pocket. And the next time you're starting to feel that escalation inside of yourself, muscle tension, maybe palms getting a little sweaty, jaw clenching, stop and do 5 tongue circles in one direction, 5 in the other direction. Take a breath with a nice long slow exhale, and just start to repattern that activation by giving your nervous system some stimulus.